Oh man, I meant to pull this up. Oh man.
Hey boy, them Eagles won, boy. I said that. I stood and said what I said. Now ain't nobody want to put their money in escrow, but it is what it is.
They ain't had that much faith, baby. They ain't had that much faith.
I didn't either. I was hoping he didn't.
So, what are your thoughts on the halftime show?
They're not like us.
Oh, that's week one?
Thoughts on the halftime show? Whatever your thoughts are, good, bad, creative.
Show a little bit,
Of the
halftime show for those people who didn't, they're not into football. They was making kind of a big deal that this is the most watched halftime show by but I'm like, bro, at the time Michael Jackson did the halftime show, this thing, it was shown in way less countries.
And it was less popular, too.
Less popular. You couldn't get it in as many outlets.
Yeah.
This is not no way bigger than this is also a per capita thing. You know what I mean?
And now Super Bowl Sunday, I was talking to Jay every day while we was watching it, is like a national holiday. In America, Super Bowl Sunday is a national holiday. You're asking each other, like, where you watching the Super Bowl at? Where you watching the Super Bowl at? We at your crib, we at here, we at the bar, we doing it. What were we doing? Yeah, it's like a national holiday. Everybody come together. And it's one time where it's a good question I'm going to ask after this too, after we get through.
For sure, let's do it.
Let's see here.
I think the only oddball was because I thought overall it was a good show. And you can play it while I'm talking.
Let me turn the volume down.
You know what I mean? Because they're not like us. But I thought overall it was a great show. I think that it had plenty of hidden messages. I'm a firm believer of the hidden messages. But the only odd thing that I thought was Serena Williams crip walking. I thought, what the fuck she got going on?
He was the perfect person to play that. Like most underrated one of the most underrated rappers we got. I mean rappers. Actors we have.
Him and Rick Fox.
Whatever, man. No,
I think Rick Fox is dope as an actor, for real.
You say Rick Fox is dope, but you don't like Will Smith.
See, he protecting his light-skinned brethren. You can't.
Will Smith is light-skinned brethren too, though.
Yeah, but he ain't light as Rick Fox.
Oh, it's true.
Say it again.
None of them was 590 pounds. Imagine if they had a whole bunch of hugs hopping out that bitch.
Hugs is crazy. A whole bunch of hugs is crazy.
Sorry, that was last
This part really this part right here really like, what is it? The brain explosion emoji?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like, well, what are they trying to do with the red and the white? And I don't remember seeing the blue.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't recognize it was American flag?
Until it got to this point, no, I didn't recognize it.
Just now?
No, when we were watching it.
When we were watching. Oh, okay.
No doubt. We
were watching, and then Jay Everyday pointed out the at the beginning of it, we just saw it, the X, square, circle, triangle.
Yeah,
that were
game controller.
The buttons on the PlayStation controller, and this whole thing, and it's fun. One thing people miss with this whole thing is that he said this is the American game, right? And he's using a game as a double entendre. It's
triple, like quadruple.
Absolutely. Multiple entendre.
Yeah, for sure.
He was referencing the
mustard
football. He's representing football as a game. He's representing the American game as in like the mental games. Like he's just multiple different, and
the game you got to play as a black man.
So let me ask you guys this real quick, just kind of cut in with, because you're talking about the game. At the end it said game over. So are we talking about game over as the football game? Are we talking about game over as America? Are we talking about game over for black people? Are we talking about game over for white people?
Or are we just talking about the game he was just playing with Drake?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about too. But when he said game over for that, because if you're talking about game over for life, I mean, you ready to clock out. Like,
right.
You ready to go.
But I'm saying when everything.
I don't think none of us ready to go. I ain't ready to go yet.
No, definitely not ready to go yet. I still got about another good bunch of years.
40,
no, I got
50,
way more than 40 years.
50?
I got 45 more years. You remember, I'm supposed to be up out there at 85. But anyway.
Yeah.
So,
but
with every
40 too.
Yes. I will.
2 more months.
Yeah, I'm still in my 30s. So, people want, now they cross the threshold and then they want to add you to
I need
it.
help. Come on here. help.
But with everything that was given, the symbolism, to me, this didn't have much to do with Drake. Because the symbolism didn't add up to, we're talking about the United States, you show different, I feel like they had like locals. You remember they were sitting on the light post?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those look like local New Orleans guys or whatever. And everybody in the event, and that event was black. So to me, they weren't talking about Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like a half and half type of thing. Like it was like the half activist type of thing where he was trying to send a message as far as like Black America and the blacks, basically Black America. And then the other half was obviously dedicated to Not Like Us, or at the very least, when Not Like Us started playing, at the very least that was unquestionably dedicated to Drake. And I agree that there's a whole lot of controversy that I learned about behind Serena doing the crip walk. First of all, she didn't look right doing it.
You don't think she looked right doing it?
No. She put too much feet in. You need some hips in there too.
I forgot you the dance machine.
But outside of that, allegedly, I heard that I heard on the internet that she lost her sister to Crips, and now she's crip walking. And then people were saying that Serena isn't even from Compton. Like she didn't go to Compton until she was like after age 8 or something like that. And I was talking to someone, they said that Serena being there was about Kendrick's movement to uplift black women because they're so blah, 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 blah.
Well,
so my question to you guys about that in particular, you think it had anything to do with her being from Compton or because she's Drake's ex?
Hey, my answer to that is, you niggas have a lot of time when y'all here to think of all this shit, bro. Y'all just thought about a million fucking things and why she was there crip walking. I just said, oh, it was a cameo of her crip walking. I didn't think about none of that about it's his ex, she's not from Compton. It's like, I don't know. And I might be insensitive to it, but I really don't know. I really don't have no clue. Y'all finna fill me in real quick.
Nasty Beauty says SZA was Drake's ex too. And that's what I promised to. I don't imagine SZA would have been there. No, it's not SZA, because SZA is a part of some recent tracks that he has that are going crazy.
She with TDE
too, though.
She with TDE though.
Oh, I don't know.
No, she with the record label TDE.
What I don't know what that record label is. What does that mean?
That's the record label they came up together from Compton. That's their record label.
Oh, okay.
That's why I think SZA was there. SZA his record label mate, and they got a lot of songs together.
Oh, yeah. SZA's from St. Louis, ain't she? Or New Jersey.
Yeah, but I know I know she with TDE.
SZA, both of them, I think if they weren't connected to Drake, then they might not have been in the show.
You don't think so? You don't think SZA would have been there still because she with TDE?
Because Kendrick has enough songs to where he didn't need to have her there.
But you know he's gonna have somebody there. You gotta pick somebody. You gotta have at least one feature.
I think it just worked out that she's with TDE. But I mean, I don't know. I think it was a play on, America, the red and the blue, and him happened to be from Compton. We know the history of Compton and the gangbanging and stuff, the red and the blue. Mm-hmm. Serena was, crip walking. She was rocking blue. Mm-hmm. SZA was wearing red. So, yeah, it was definitely, look at his jacket, right? So it's a play on that.
Blue and red, yeah.
Duality, actually. Yeah. People familiar with that, Yeah.
You say SZA is his tour mate.
Now this part, well, let's see. The symbolism, right? Mm-hmm. This is the symbolism. They're inside. They're inside of the X, and X is a part of the buttons on the PlayStation controller, which means they're inside of the game, and they can't get out of it. You're stuck in the game. Mm-hmm. So this is like I liked the show, man. I thought it was creative. Was it as exciting as people might be used to a halftime show being? Maybe not.
Them shits don't really be exciting.
Yeah, look, and I know I turned to Spaces while we were at the watching the game, and I was like, and I don't remember me saying this. Mm-hmm. I was like, they picked the right person. I understand people want to say Lil Wayne, and what I think, my personal opinion, picking Lil Wayne, it wouldn't have been it would have been a nice moment, but the show wise that Kendrick put on, it would have been nowhere near that. Now, would we have been singing to all the songs, hyping, dancing, doing all that? Yes, we would have. But the show-wise that Kendrick put on, I don't think Lil Wayne could have did that, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Y'all can probably change my mind real quick. But for everybody saying that was a most trash halftime show, you niggas say that every fucking day. Shut the fuck up. Like, people come on here and say, like last year or 2 years ago, man, Usher was the greatest performance ever. Like, nigga, like we didn't just have Michael Jackson sit on the stage for 30 seconds and motherfuckers faint. That's the greatest halftime performance right there. You just stand there and people faint. But y'all say this was the most trash that we had. And then I do another thing too. Has people seen Lil Wayne perform in the last 3 years? And you tell me that was going to be better than what Kendrick did. Now, song-wise, all them songs, Lil Wayne got mad classes. I'm not denying him not one bit on that. Lil Wayne get up there and, like, the song-wise, his track list is going to be crazy. But putting on a performance-wise, no. It wouldn't have been that type of performance.
And that's what I think about when it comes to people complaining about the fact that, like, I heard a lot of people saying, I don't want to think when I'm watching a halftime show. I just want to get my energy going. I don't want to have to try to decipher what's going on. 2K, what's good, bro?
2K, what's going on?
He said that Kendrick was a snore fest.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think in comparison, right? Let's just say Lil Wayne did do it. I think people were looking to celebrate the degeneracy when it comes to comparing what Kendrick did versus what Lil Wayne would have did had he been in the show. What would Lil Wayne been talking about? Why can't we pay attention and give attention to the people that are actually trying to send a message? Like, he went on the most Caucasian American platform and celebrate. He made an American flag out of black people.
Well, he didn't, right? We got to also remember, he's just okay, right? It's kind of like being an actor in a movie, right? He was just basically an actor in the movie. He's not the person. He's not the person directing it. So it's somebody behind it. He's just the person. I feel like he fit his narrative fit the agenda that they were looking for. So the agenda, of course, he's coming from Compton. We know the gang history from Compton, right? I'm wearing blue right now. He's wearing red. No? So that's what I'm saying. We know the agenda. He fits.
What up, blood?
What up, Lord? You know what I'm saying? But he fits the agenda that we're trying to basically show, to symbolize. And the director, whoever directed, I heard it was Michael Carson. Michael Carson is the same guy who did the Big Sean as you know, remember when, so he's the same guy who died. So we got to know what he was thinking, right? Kendrick just the person who performed in there.
Just to play, okay.
Yeah, and I don't think Lil Wayne would have fit. His narrative would have fit. You know what I mean? What they had going on for it.
Oh, so the NFL, whoever it is, chooses the person that they want to direct it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I thought he chose the director.
Right, because.
So.
Well, no. Listen, this is what I'm saying. When you're directing anything, right? The person, like, okay, the actor. The actor is just going to be doing his part, which is acting, right? He's not going to be involved in basically the movie part of it, the production, what's going over here, what's going on over there. No, he has to work on his choreography. He has to get his words right. He has to make sure there's no missteps. You know what I mean? He's going to put on whatever costume or whatever they tell him to put on. That's that.
2K said, oh no, let's go. Smile said, it might have been as exciting as people wanted to, but it was definitely entertaining. I was entertained the whole time. The only thing I wish he would have done was do all right instead of maybe the Peekaboo song. I don't know. Maybe he had a specific reason why.
That shit was fire, that Peekaboo.
And it was. Don't get me wrong. It was. I personally would have been more excited if he did all right, especially when he was concluding the woke segment and switching to the Not Like Us segment. It would have been like, cool. You know what I'm saying? 2K say, y'all giving Kendrick props for being a scary N-word, bro. All that woke is shit scary. How is it scary?
I mean, if we're talking about scary, that's what I'm saying. We don't know the agenda or what's behind it. So a lot of people, you know, we get amped up about the entertainment part, but then what was the message that was trying to be conveyed from the director? You know, and of course, Kendrick is just an actor playing it. If the world is a stage and this is nothing but a game, Okay, he clearly didn't create the game. He didn't create the game, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I 90. I'm gonna say about 85% agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
The other 15% is I know because I get stuff on my timelines and my different social medias where it say like 10 things you didn't know about this actor, and a lot of times in those cases, actors do have a small hand in certain things that happen in the movie and whatever happens in the show. So like I 100% agree with you. Now I didn't know that they predetermine or pre-pick who's going to direct what. That's.
I mean, obviously, to me, you would want somebody kind of in the culture, right? So you just wouldn't want a motherfucker who's probably directed a Toby Keith video, right? You know, or Garth Brooks. You want somebody who's connected with the culture and what's going on, but they still got to convey a message that they're trying to get out there. The ensemble, the things that they're wearing, still has to be relatable to the people they're trying to relate it to, right? Which is basically the black community, right? So essentially, when we saw Kendrick Lamar's his leather jacket, we instantly thought he was wearing a Pelly or something, right, Mo?
Yeah, we did.
You know what I mean? We thought he was wearing a Pelly or Averex or something like that, right? So I'm just saying they try to draw you in. Now everybody, you see niggas probably walking around in a few days with these goddamn bell bottoms on.
Yeah, they already started.
Right?
Yeah,
right. Weird shit. So we try. I mean, again, they're pushing the narrative. It's something. It's not. I think oftentimes, again, like I say, with watching movies. You can't just watch the movie for the movie. I get the entertainment aspect, but again, they're trying to depict and show you something, and that's the part people overlook often.
So, do you have a particular thing that you think might have been trying to be portrayed?
Because I mean, I'm aloof. I don't know. I feel like it was a lot of different things that possibly could be. And that's all I can go. I couldn't pinpoint to one thing that I could say, oh, well, he's talking about this. No, I don't know.
DHPX said N-words wanted to wave hands and twerk. And that's what I think when I hear people talk about this. When they say, okay, like Ma was saying earlier, okay, Lil Wayne got some hits for sure. He got some stuff that'll sound good when it, playing certain songs like, get the heart rate going for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, but what after that? Like I like the message that was sent in the show, and I'm glad I finally got to. I don't say finally. I'm glad he whoever was responsible, the director, got a message off that was more than just like, okay. For instance, I've seen Lil Wayne on stage before, not personally, but like on YouTube. Just like J. Cole, I wouldn't see J. Cole. I wouldn't see Lil Wayne live. I wouldn't see J. Cole live because he doesn't put on the show. They just walk back and forth on the stage, and they'll stop and talk sometime, maybe talk some stuff, but they don't put on the show. So
you want to see niggas dancing
for sure? Even with the Kendrick show, right? Like, let me see if I can. Like when they were in this right here. Let's go right here, right here. Now everybody's going around doing this two-step, right?
Well, that two-step is the house party two-step, ain't it? Ain't that what when they doing in house
when
party?
When they finna come to the middle?
Yeah. When they doing that?
Yeah, they was.
Yeah, I mean, I think house party. I'm not sure if they was in Compton. Definitely L.A. though.
Like so yeah, I definitely want to see more dancing. I definitely want to see more. I guess choreography, more different choreography than just a two-step, more than just rocking. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I have no. All right. I would love to see All Right. Serena needed more hips with her steps and choreography. with her crip walk, and needed more choreography overall.
No doubt.
Let's see. Smile said it might not have. Oh, I said that already. 2K said if he was pro-black, he would have said what he spent the whole performance trying to code up like he was Kanye pro. Oh, so you saying he was kind of saying something without saying it. Okay, I get you. DSP said same thing Slave said about they massa. They don't want freedom because it's scary.
I'd say also, let me just also add, none of these niggas is pro-black nothing. Okay, you niggas is part of the establishment. Y'all not pro-black nothing. I mean, they could talk all that shit if they want to. None of them. So it just is what it is. Like, you perform on a halftime Super Bowl. You're not. I don't just nah. Not pro-black. I don't
go to work every day.
Right.
Motherfucker keep their money in their bank, white banks. What we say, all that shit. White folks got their hand in everything, and people be around here talking about they
niggas got to show me.
Yeah, you gonna go to a white hospital nigga, when you get sick.
You know, and that's cool.
And that, speaking of what you said, pro-black, didn't Serena do whiteface?
Serena married to a white man.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? She got kids by a white person.
Well, first and foremost, it's okay. You know, you married to a white person.
Right, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it per se.
A white man, because I prefer you marry a white man than a black woman if you a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying.
We're not trying to keep it that black.
We be so up into this shit and like, bro, all our money in a white bank.
Yeah.
Bro, we need white folk, bro. Like, well, I don't know why we be study going back out. We need white folk. And I'm not sitting up here saying this on no scary
shit.
Yeah, no, it is what it is, bro. Yeah. We want to crank up a white car. We finna go get some white gas. What the fuck are we talking about?
You on this white YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's our own part.
Wearing white clothes.
I'm invested in Google too, but I'm just saying, we try to be so pro-black. We try to be so much of this and so much of, we gonna buck up at the system. Nigga, we don't got enough guns for that shit.
Let me add something, man. For a while, I was real super pro-black, right? But what I learned just kind of through the years, and there's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, we're in Black History Month, and it's nothing wrong with acknowledging and your history and, you know, knowing where you come from. But what I've learned is the guys that's over the top, I'm black, y'all, I'm black, biggity, black,
yeah.
y'all, them niggas is the first motherfuckers to flip.
Man,
right?
it's a white woman.
These is the same niggas that, you know, of course, we finna fight,
and
you know what I mean?
with white men.
These are the same motherfuckers, the loudest person in the room, right? These are the same loudest people in the room. You know, this is the first person you need to take off on because they're not going to do shit. At the end of the day, all that I get, you know, being pro-black, you do, and you start from yourself. You start at home. You start at home first. So, you know what I mean? You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. You shop in black neighborhoods. I mean, yeah, you shop in the black neighborhoods. You shop at the black stores. You do the best that you can, right? But all this over the top shit, that shit got to stop, bro.
So
Niggas be over the top and you doing, you know, fucking with the other people.
So you're saying the loudest people are the people that are really about it aren't really talking about it. So you're saying the revolution doesn't need to be televised?
Absolutely. You know, you do certain things and, you know, you get recognized by your community and so on and so forth. It's not like we just sitting up here, you know, I hate all white folks type shit. Like, fuck that.
2K said, Kendrick made me appreciate Drake for real.
Hey, that Drake album garbage. Look,
I meant to listen to
that
it.
shit not hitting on nothing.
I meant to listen
nothing. What?
2K said, crib walking for the culture, then going back home to a white man is crazy work.
That's a fact.
Yeah, bro.
They was on our ass too. Yes, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy work.
That is crazy work. That is crazy work. Oh man. So round about the 2 hour mark. You guys got anything else you want to
hit the last one real quick with the King Von daughter?